Hi, my name is LaShayla Dawson. Everybody calls me Shay, or as the girls will call me, Auntie Shea.
My name is Sasha Mollis, and I am head of Overtime Select.
I think being an auntie is the best job and title you can have. One, because they're your kids, they love you, but they also get to go home.
I would describe Overtime Select as an elite basketball league for high school athletes.
My role here is the head of athlete relations and partnership development. I worked for 3.5 years for the Philadelphia 76ers. A Cali girl moving to Philly was an amazing experience. It was a culture shock, but one that I needed. It gave me kind of an edge that I needed to kind of continue to work and evolve in the sports industry. And the years I was at the 76ers, Little Flex was the best record we've ever had. Just understanding what they need, constantly asking them about how they want their day to go and being able to curate that for them. I realized that that is basketball, that is scaling business, making sure that the people who need to operate don't have to think. So that became my superpower, and that's kind of the thing that has got me to where I am today. Towards the end, I realized no matter where I am, people are my driver. They're who give me the power. And so I went to an event called The Takeover. It was in Brooklyn, New York. And it was a world of its own. It had LED lights, it had kids shouting out the O's, screaming, and no adults were telling them what to do. It was their own environment. So I said, I know what I want to do next. I created my job description and I created a pitch deck on the way back to Philly from New York. And then I pitched that I would be the head of athlete relations, and I've been that ever since. At first, I felt like it was not something that everybody could understand. It kind of was a whimsical term or a whimsical theme in business. But when I see the athletes matriculate from high school to college to the WNBA to the NBA, I realized, no, the bottom line is being affected by how athletes feel and feel seen by the business, and that is the secret sauce. It's actually a strategy, a retention strategy for athletes, for talented people who work at the company. I've been kind of like a culture fit in a way. I've been called that. Just making sure people feel seen and heard.
Overtime Select started on the basis of how do we work with athletes to build something for them? How do we work with our players to create a product that they need? And what we learned was that the women's side is very different than the men's side. So we spent pretty much a year interviewing parents, players, WNBA legends, grassroots consultants, former athletes that have participated in overtime events to figure out what is missing in the women's basketball landscape and how can we be disruptive but also additive. So what we were building for them needed to provide them NIL opportunities, content opportunities, and elite competition. All the different things that create a holistic athlete.
Them knowing that that exposure will be thought through intentionally here through everything we do, it helps them see themselves in what we're doing so that they can also see what they want to do later on.
What made me decide to join Overtime Select is just the environment and continuing to grow the women's game. Being one of those girls that the young girls look up to, I think it's just a blessing.
Before I came here, I had like 11,000 followers, and now I'm almost to 25K. So yeah, and that's all overtime. Even being in front of the cameras and stuff and then having to go play, like that's what you're gonna do at the next level. And you're not doing that at any other camp. I've never done this before.
The athletes literally let their hair down and they are their true authentic selves here, which is the magic.
I'm gaining more of like my personality, bringing that out, not being so shy, because last year I didn't talk to nobody, but now I'm friends and cool with everybody.
I wear a Band-Aid when I play. And that was so random. I was like, oh, this would probably look good right here. Everyone tells me, you look like Nelly, you trying to be Nelly? I don't know who that is.
Everyone who is anybody right now has either been covered on Overtime, has been a part of the event that we've done, posted by us. Just all the athletes from Paige Becker to Zaya Cook to Rakia, all those players have been on the platform before, and you see them now kind of living amazingly in their world. And college coaches also look at our recruiting and who's in our league as well, and they're clocking that, and they're basically being like, we want to win a championship, but we also want to be covered in different media outlets, and we know you only can do that with dynamic talent, and I think that they know we do both. That's why I've loved working at Overtime. I feel like everything we do is innovative, and I said this before on another platform, but I haven't done anything that hasn't made history, and it kind of shows that we are the standard-setting platform for brand building and the total athlete.
These women haven't necessarily had opportunities where they get everything that their male counterparts are getting. And their parents come into this building. To Shea's credit, they are given a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 experience. They're getting recovery, elite coaches, opportunities to work with our mental health professionals, brand deals, as I mentioned. They're getting an opportunity to play on a stage where 1,500 fans are in the arena watching, and then they're also getting the opportunity to play on a platform that has 100 million followers. And I actually don't even know if they realize it when they're in the moment of what these things are doing for their career and their development. But in my opinion, I mean, they walk in here and they're given the world, and it really reflects in their performance on the court and in our content.
I never knew that something beautiful could exist the way that OTE and Overtime Select does, something innovative, impactful. Being at Overtime has allowed us to see the sports industry and the way that you chase your dream differently.